Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Module 8, October 21st through 27th. Hard to believe the midterm has come and gone. We are really on the downhill slide in the class at this point. People are doing a great job, and I really want to encourage you to keep pushing. Now is not the time to give up. We're doing really well, and I'm confident that everyone who is still in the class is on track to succeed and pass the class and do well in it. Last week, there were very solid scores on the multiple choice true false part of the midterm. The answers to those have now been released. So if you would like to get back in and look and see what the ones you got wrong, see what the answers were, you can do that. And if you have any questions about ones that were marked wrong, that you think perhaps you should deserve credit for, or you could make an argument for why they should be counted as being correct, feel free to write me about that, those individual questions, and I'll take a look at it for you. I am working on grading the essay part of the exams. I hope to have those done over the next couple of days. And just as a brief FYI, the final exam in the class will be very similar in structure. It'll be some essay questions, some true, false, multiple choice, exactly the same way that the midterm was structured, so now you know what that will look like. This week, we are moving into talking about small group communication, which is a subfield of communication studies. It's a class that I teach fairly often in the summers, although I don't know if I'm going to be able to teach it this next summer or not. But if you haven't taken it, it's a really fun class. I strongly recommend you consider taking that class. The first assignment for you to write between now and Tuesday is for you to think of some group that you have been in, some small group, and it could be a work group or a school group or a social group, but some kind of group that you've been in. And for that group, whatever it is, not one of the ones from this class, so not one from class. Write a paragraph on each of these three questions. Paragraph 1, for the group, which of the 6 types of groups that is in the textbook in this section is it, and why? For your group, was your group a team or was your group a group? So as you'll learn when you're reading chapter 11, a team is like a supergroup where everything is working out well and everybody's collaborating and working very well. So you've perhaps been in some groups that were and just kind of groups, and maybe you've been in some groups that have elevated themselves to the point of being a team. I want you to critically think about whatever you're writing about and decide if you think it was a group or if you think it was a team. Then a paragraph on if you could have improved the performance of the group, what should have been done. Section 11.6 lists things that can be done to make a group into a team. So write about things that you could have done or things that should have been done to improve that. This is on the discussion board, but you don't have to do any replies or read anybody else's posts, although you're very welcome to do so. Assignment 2 is a short essay that you're going to write yourself. And I have uploaded an article from the New York Times about becoming a leader. And I've also uploaded a self-assessment survey for you to take about being a leader. After you read the article, after you do the self-assessment survey and read chapter 11 on leadership, which is the very end of that chapter, then write an essay that writes about these 3 things. Reflecting back on what we've done in this class so far. So the times that you have had assignments with leaders assigned, write 1 paragraph about how that leadership worked in your group. Not everybody has been a leader yet, I realize that. So in the next week, or not this week, but probably next week or the week after, we'll have another assignment with the leader, just kind of an FYI. But connecting back from this class, connect it to chapter 11 and write a paragraph about that. Then write about your self-assessment score. It's a little survey you're going to take yourself. What did you learn from it? What do you think you should improve on? And then 1 paragraph on your thoughts about the New York Times article. Did that tell you anything about leadership, and was there anything that you learned? When you refer to the article, make sure you cite it properly and include it on your works cited page. So 3 paragraphs, 1 about the class leadership groups, 1 about the assessment, and 1 about the New York Times article. That's due on Friday. Also due on Friday is the chapter 11 quiz. So this week we do 1 entire chapter in the week, and next week we'll move on to a different chapter to start talking about organizational communication. So hopefully you're doing well, and those are the things we're going to work on this week. And please, as always, feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. One last thing, I'll send an email on this, is my office on campus is changing as of Monday. I'm moving from the Performing Arts Center up into the administration building. Administration Building 214 is where my new office is going to be. And that move is happening on Monday, so Monday's kind of in flux. I'm not sure exactly where I'll be. But after that, going forward until the rest of the semester is over, I'll be in a new office up in the administration building. And I'll send an email with that in it right now. Okay, hope you're doing well. Thank you. Bye-bye.